there was actually game. I wanted to get Brandon's opinion on this, especially because he's more of the gamer than I am. Borderlands is a new movie coming out to theaters later this year on August 9th. And they dropped a trailer for it this week, and I thought we'd watch it together and do a quick little reaction to it. Let you guys know what we think about it. So let's check that out real quick.
Would you look at that? A ladder! Unfortunately, my design doesn't facilitate this type of...
I know a little bit about this.
They did Claptrap dirty.
Claptrap. I know about Tiny Tina. But
legend has it that there's this massive treasure hidden in some secret vault. And if you go hunting for it, you'd better take any help you can get.
A random cast they threw together too with Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart.
It's on the weirdest,
Blanchett,
most dangerous dumpster fire of a world in the universe. God, I hate this planet.
That's the part that worries me right there. I'll tell you in a minute.
Ew!
Put the window up.
I don't want to. Roll the window up.
Roll it. It's pee. Why do you think it's called piss wash? How did I get the name?
It's in my mouth.
Do you know how many people have died looking for this vault?
We have something they don't, baby girl.
Okay. What?
Major issues. Time to make it rain with your body parts.
What did I tell you?
Minimal explosions.
Yes, Kathy, that would look great.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Jack Black.
It's Claptrap. That's hilarious.
You could dress Matt up as Claptrap. He's short enough.
What are you doing? I need to go. Ask for it.
There's only one of you in the world.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks fun.
I just have a few questions.
Ooh.
Wow.
Rich says that could be, I guess, you and him. Hey, speaking of...
Oh, if you're looking at me. Actually, strap down. I can. I really can. Actually,
Oh my God.
You really waiting for this to finish?
keep looking at me.
All right. So
yeah, I want to get Brandon's take. You're the gamer. You've probably played this game.
I played all of them.
Yeah.
Miranda may have too. I don't know, but
She's been around for all of them. So I see what they did. They took the more iconic characters of the game itself. Kevin Hart, from what I can see, is playing Roland, which is crazy because Roland is like this huge jacked soldier.
I mean, Kevin's not in bad shape, but not like The Rock or something. You know,
Is it Kate Blanchett?
Kate Blanchett, who played Hela in the Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, she's playing Lilith, and then you have Tiny Tina, which I don't know who's playing Tiny Tina.
I think it was Ariana Greenblatt. Is that how you say her name? Which I believe that's the costume that Kathy was referencing. I'm pretty certain.
Either that or
I think that would work for Halloween, as a matter of fact.
Jack Black is obviously playing Claptrap or voicing Claptrap.
Yes. And Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm not sure who she's playing, and then I don't know who the mask guy is.
And the mask guy, I have no idea either. Well, I know it's a Psycho, but I don't know who's playing him. And Tiny Tina she was never a playable character in the Borderlands game, but she was a huge part of all of them, essentially.
I remember playing that spin-off game. What was it called? Tiny Tina's Wonderland. That was actually a lot of fun when we played it. I didn't play it a whole lot, but I liked her snarky attitude.
She has a very dark story in the whole Borderlands thing. It's kind of fucked up. To where that Psycho, the one she's sitting on her shoulder, kind of it hints at her or him being her father. She's talking about the redhead. So
she's talking about the red. That works too, for sure. Yeah, I can definitely see Kathy doing that. She loves to dress up for the Halloween and all that stuff at work for sure. So that's awesome.
I'd love to know who the antagonist is. Whether they're going with Handsome Jack or they're going with somebody.
Well, they had a guy in there, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
I don't know if it's Handsome Jack or not, but
I'm very. inexperienced when it comes to the Borderlands games, so for sure. So that's why I wanted you on here. The vibe I got from this was for the two things. One, it said from the creators of Uncharted, Spider-Man, and Venom. Now, Spider-Man is more the MCU and stuff like that with Kevin Feige. So Uncharted and Venom is from Sony. So this sounds like a Sony film. If that's the case, it worries me because Sony and Madam Web, they just destroyed any sort of credence and credibility they had when it comes to their Marvel properties. So it worries me a little bit. I've not seen Uncharted. I heard it wasn't terrible, so maybe I'll check
Well,
that
that's
out.
the
But
thing too. Uncharted is also a video game. And
exactly.
it's always hard to when you adapt a video game to a movie because you don't tell the whole story because you're trying to get something that takes, 40 hours in this, or not 40 hours. That's a little extreme. Like 8, 10, 12 hours
Plus, yeah, sometimes.
yeah, upwards of game and story, then you're trying to condense that into 1 or 2 hours. It's the same reason we had this conversation the other day when we talked about Ready Player One. Like I told you, I like the movie, don't get me wrong, but of course I understand the time restrictions. You had to move a couple of things, change up a little stuff, make certain things happen faster.
That's
I'm
based
fine
on a
with that.
novel, for those who don't know. Yes.
But
Hey, it's 10:23, just so you know.
but
There's 23.
a movie like Borderlands, because the game is so outlandish and it doesn't even take itself serious, the movie can piss on itself a little bit, especially with Claptrap. Claptrap is like the comic relief, but it's over the top type shit. So if Jack Black is the perfect person to play a character like that, I mean, I love what he did in Mario Brothers. Like that shit was
Oh, absolutely
hilarious.
great Mario Brothers as Bowser.
So I'll be interested to see it. I know Jaden will be pumped because the reason why that game, I guess, is so important to me is because me and Jaden, when he was like, what, 3 or 4, I took him to the midnight release of Borderlands 2, and he was pumped. We have pictures and shit of us being in line for this game, and he ended up winning a raffle while we were in line. But that was the first game me and him played and beat together. And Miranda has a funny story of I was at work and he was on playing and he ended up selling a gun that I gave him, and he thought I was going to be mad at him.
Oh no.
over it. Like he was upset. I wasn't mad at him. It is what it is. But that's the first game me and him played and we beat together. So when the the last one, Borderlands 3, when it finally came out, I wanted to do something special. So I bought the big $280
something like that.
as this fucking game. It came in this big like treasure chest, like loot chest, and it had the game, a poster, a map, like all kind of shit.
Necklace, little trinkets and
little
stuff.
trinkets, the keys to different vault keys and shit that were through all the games and shit. I went over the top and watching him unbox it. He still has the loot chest in his room. He has all the shit still, but it was important to me because it was one of those things that like this is something me and him really kind of, that was our father and son time. You know what I mean? Like video games, and Rich can attest to this too. When Jaden got into playing Call of Duty, I would be at work and he would get online and play. And Rich and them, knowing it wasn't me because I was at work, they took care of him. So like they would let him play with him and shit. And I'll never forget this story. Rich told me this story. There's a dude that had got on, and it was Rich, Jaden, and Rich's son Kenny. And whoever this dude was heard Jaden talk and just started kind of bitching about a kid playing video games or whatever. And Rich was like, I'm gonna calm you down right there. He said, this kid, I guarantee, is better at this fucking game than you is. So I appreciate that, Rich, looking out for my boy like that.
Right on. I just get a big time Guardians of the Galaxy feel from this, off the top of my head. So if it's going to be fun like that, I'm excited for it. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, I think, coming up in August.